Did you know that your teeth are actually the hardest substance in your entire body? Or that the bacteria in your mouth right now could be affecting your heart health? By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how your teeth work, why they're so important for your overall health, and most importantly, how to keep them healthy for life. So grab a glass of water, not soda, and let's get started. The anatomy of your teeth. First, let's talk about what your teeth actually are. Most people think teeth are just white, hard things that help you chew, but they're actually incredibly complex structures with multiple layers. The outermost layer is called enamel, and this is that super hard substance I mentioned. Enamel is made primarily of calcium phosphate, and it's actually harder than steel. But here's the catch. Once enamel is damaged, your body can't regenerate it. This is why protecting your enamel is so crucial. Beneath the enamel is dentin, which is softer and more porous. Dentin contains tiny tubes that connect to the nerve center of your tooth, which is why you feel pain when cavities reach this layer. At the very center of each tooth is the pulp. This contains blood vessels, nerves, and connective tissue. When people talk about needing a root canal, they're talking about removing infected pulp. Now let's talk about the different types of teeth you have. Adults typically have 32 teeth, and each type has a specific job. Your incisors at the front are for cutting, your canines are for tearing, and your molars in the back are for grinding food into smaller pieces. How cavities actually form. Now that you understand tooth anatomy, let's talk about what goes wrong when you get cavities. This process is more fascinating than you might think. Your mouth is home to over 700 different species of bacteria. Most of these are actually helpful, but some cause problems. When you eat or drink anything containing sugars or starches, and that includes healthy foods like fruits and whole grains, the harmful bacteria in your mouth feed on these carbohydrates. As these bacteria digest the sugars, they produce acid as a waste product. This acid sits on your teeth and literally dissolves the minerals in your enamel. Your saliva works hard to neutralize this acid and even helps remineralize your teeth, but if the acid attacks happen too frequently, your saliva can't keep up. Over time, the enamel becomes weaker and eventually develops tiny holes. These are cavities. Once a cavity forms, it will only get bigger unless a dentist removes the decay and fills the hole. Here's what's really important to understand. It's not just about how much sugar you eat, it's about how often you expose your teeth to it. Sipping on a sugary drink for an hour creates a much more acidic environment in your mouth than drinking the same amount quickly and then rinsing with water. The mouth-body connection. Here's where things get really interesting. Your oral health is directly connected to your overall health in ways that might surprise you. The bacteria in your mouth don't just stay in your mouth. When your gums are inflamed or bleeding, a condition called gingivitis, bacteria can enter your bloodstream. Research has shown strong connections between gum disease and several serious health conditions. Heart disease is one of the most well-established connections. People with gum disease are nearly twice as likely to have heart disease. The theory is that the bacteria from your mouth can contribute to the formation of arterial plaques that lead to heart attacks and strokes. There's also a strong connection with diabetes. Gum disease can make it harder to control blood sugar levels, and high blood sugar makes gum disease worse. It's a vicious cycle. Pregnant women with gum disease have higher rates of premature birth and low birth weight babies. The bacteria and inflammatory compounds from the mouth can potentially affect the developing baby. Even more surprising, researchers are finding connections between oral bacteria and conditions like Alzheimer's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, and certain cancers. This is why I always tell people that brushing and flossing isn't just about having a pretty smile, it's about protecting your entire body's health. Proper oral hygiene techniques. Now let's talk about the practical stuff, how to actually take care of your teeth properly. I guarantee most of you are making at least one major mistake in your daily routine. Let's start with brushing. First, timing matters. You should brush for a full 2 minutes twice a day. Most people brush for about 30 seconds, which isn't nearly enough. I recommend using a timer or an electric toothbrush with a built-in timer. Technique is crucial. Use a soft bristled brush and hold it at a 45-degree angle to your gums. Make small circular motions rather than aggressive back and forth scrubbing. You want to clean the teeth, not damage your gums or enamel. Don't brush immediately after eating acidic foods or drinks. When your mouth is acidic, your enamel is temporarily softened and brushing can actually damage it. Wait at least 30 minutes, or better yet, rinse with water first. Now, flossing, this is where most people fail. It's only about 30% of Americans floss daily, but it's absolutely essential. Flossing removes bacteria and food particles from between your teeth, where your toothbrush can't reach. These areas between teeth are where most cavities and gum disease actually start. The proper flossing technique, use about 18 inches of floss, wind most of it around your middle fingers, and use your thumbs and index fingers to guide it between your teeth. Gently curve the floss around each tooth in a C shape and move it up and down against the tooth surface. Mouthwash can be helpful, but it's not a substitute for brushing and flossing. Look for one that contains fluoride and has the American Dental Association seal of approval. Nutrition for healthy teeth. What you eat and drink has a massive impact on your dental health, and it's not just about avoiding sugar. Let's start with the bad stuff. Obviously, candy and sugary drinks are problematic, but so are seemingly healthy foods like dried fruits, which stick to your teeth, and citrus fruits, which are highly acidic. Even diet sodas are acidic and can erode enamel over time. But here's what's interesting. It's not just about avoiding certain foods. There are foods that actually help protect and strengthen your teeth. Dairy products like cheese, milk, and yogurt are excellent because they're high in calcium and phosphorus, which help remineralize teeth. Cheese is particularly good because it neutralizes acid in your mouth. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are packed with calcium and folic acid, which can help treat gum disease. But crunchy fruits and vegetables like apples, carrots, and celery help clean your teeth naturally and stimulate saliva production. Nuts and seeds provide calcium, phosphorus, and healthy fats. Fatty fish like salmon provides vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium more effectively. Green tea contains compounds called catechins that can actually kill the bacteria that cause cavities and gum disease. Water is absolutely crucial. It helps wash away food particles and bacteria, and if it contains fluoride, it helps strengthen your enamel. Here's a pro tip. If you're going to have something sugary or acidic, have it with a meal rather than as a snack. Your saliva production increases during meals, which helps neutralize acids more quickly. Common myths and misconceptions. Let me bust some common myths about dental health that I hear all the time. Myth number 1, if my teeth don't hurt, they must be healthy. This is completely false. Tooth decay and even gum disease can progress significantly before you feel any pain. By the time a cavity hurts, it's usually quite advanced and may require more extensive treatment. Myth number 2, bleeding gums are normal when you start flossing. While your gums might be a little tender when you first start flossing regularly, ongoing bleeding is a sign of inflammation and infection. Healthy gums don't bleed. Myth number 3, baby teeth don't matter because they fall out anyway. Baby teeth are crucial for proper chewing, speech development, and they hold space for permanent teeth. Losing baby teeth too early can cause problems with permanent teeth alignment. Myth number 4, whitening toothpaste will make my teeth significantly whiter. Most whitening toothpastes can only remove surface stains. They can't change the natural color of your teeth. Professional whitening is much more effective. Myth number 5. Sugar-free means tooth-friendly. Not necessarily. Sugar-free products might contain acids that can erode enamel, or they might be sticky and cling to teeth. When to see a dentist? Regular dental checkups are essential. Most people should see a dentist every 6 months, though some people with higher risk factors might need more frequent visits. But there are also warning signs that mean you should see a dentist sooner rather than later. Persistent bad breath can indicate gum disease or other oral health problems. Bleeding or swollen gums are signs of gingivitis, which can progress to more serious gum disease if left untreated. Any kind of persistent pain, sensitivity or discomfort should be evaluated. White or red patches in your mouth, sores that don't heal within 2 weeks, or any unusual lumps or bumps need professional evaluation. Changes in your bite, loose teeth or teeth that seem to be shifting position are all concerns that need immediate attention. Remember, preventive care is always less expensive and less painful than treating problems after they develop. A regular cleaning and checkup costs much less than root canals, crowns, or periodontal therapy. So there you have it, everything you need to know about keeping your teeth healthy for life. Remember, your oral health is connected to your overall health, so taking care of your teeth is really taking care of your entire body. The key takeaways: brush twice a day for 2 minutes with proper technique, floss daily, eat a balanced diet, limit sugary and acidic foods and drinks, and see your dentist regularly for preventive care. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more health content. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to oral hygiene? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one and often use your questions for future video topics. Thanks for watching, and remember, your health is your wealth. I'll see you in the next video.